There are so many things to be outraged about. And I'm sorry, this room is just unbelievable, but I haven't felt very good the last few days because I pulled, I think, probably the piriformis muscle or something that runs on my backside, and I aggravated it by continuing to do things, and it's been hurting, but I'm better today than I was the last couple of days. But you know, I despise the far right with all my being. Every bit despise them. I think these guys don't really give a shit about drag queen story time. This is something to draw attention to themselves. They don't give a shit about it. Just like the people who support the drag queen crap don't give a shit about the kids. Neither side gives a shit about the kids. That's what angers me about it. And you get sites like Democratic Underground that just go on and on. They post an article and I'm so sick of these assholes. If you don't like drag shows, don't go. That's not the point. They're doing it in front of fucking kids. You shithead. You damn shithead. It's an adult, supposedly an adult endeavor, and it's being shoved down the throats of kids. What don't you get, you son of a bitch? What don't you even understand? And this damn fool had something like 83 wrecks. I would like to see what their hard drives look like, because I wouldn't be surprised if more than a few of these people are kiddie porn addicts. Certainly, this board's got lots of porn addicts. And, you know, because what sane person thinks that this is okay? And but it sucks that it's these terrorist outfits like the Proud Boys that are protesting this. It's like they're all on the same goddamn side. I almost think they're both on the same side, and they're just playing a bunch of political theater, and the kids are caught in the crosshairs, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody even gives a shit about the kids. And we all know, if we are honest, that this damn stuff of parading around in womanface is porn-fueled, and it's totally inappropriate for kids. Shouldn't be allowed, ever. I mean, this is like age 21 and over. Or 18 at the bare minimum. 18 and over. Not little kids. Not little 5 and 6-year-old kids. Not kids at all. Should be subjected to that bullshit. And definitely not in libraries that are taxpayer financed. Definitely not. But they don't belong anywhere. And then, shit. And then, of course, if somebody had the nerve to say, well, let's have story time. We'll have blackface story time. See how far that would get. These same dipshits that are on Democratic Underground, they would be out there ready to hang the people. Anybody in blackface. But if it's woman face, hey, that's okay. Mock women, be porn-fueled dipshits that lose any kind of sense of any kind of moral compass, any kind of common sense compass, to go out there and do this to kids. So no, it shouldn't be allowed at all. But anyway, that got me mad. And then there was this thing in Redux, but again, as I said, if I'm not going to put the link in, because in the description, because it'll flag YouTube if I do it. But anyway, how the hell did this guy ever get released from prison to begin with? I don't give a shit if he's 84 years old. But this is one hell of a damn story. It's said here, and it's a civil suit. a former social worker at a Manhattan senior center, has filed a lawsuit. Let's find that. Oh, this was in New York Post. And she talked with the New York Post about it. But anyway, we'll go back to Redux. I'll put the New York Post link in, but not the Redux link. But anyway, she's filed a lawsuit against her ex-employer, claiming she lost her job after she warned her bosses that a convicted serial killer had made threats against her life while she worked at the facility. Monica Archer was let go from her position at George Doley House, a short-term housing alternative for elderly residents in Alphabet City, even after convicted serial killer Harvey Marcelin was charged with the brutal slaying and dismemberment of a former resident. Marcelin identifies as a lesbian woman and often uses the name Marceline Harvey. Oh, God. The lawsuit filed on Monday concerned the shelter's decision to admit this dude, 84, who has been placed on lifetime parole after spending 50 years in prison for the homicide and dismemberment of 2 women. Holy shit. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Well, I hope she gets a big settlement. And she's alleging retaliation. So hopefully she gets a big settlement. She probably would never get, I don't know if she'd ever want her job back, but anyway, Archer had suggested to her supervisors that Marcelin be transferred to a facility specializing in mental health disorders, but was ignored. She had also recommended Marcelin be placed in an appropriate setting for the serial killer who has issues that I can't address. But Archer says that management continued to allow Marcelin to reside at the shelter, despite knowing that he had been accused of and convicted of several murders, allegedly possessed a gun, and regularly threatened to kill staff members. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? There's no place women can be safe, no matter what age you are, from these goddamn degenerates and outright criminals. I'm sick of it, you know. About the only good news in the last couple of days was, well, at least Raphael Warnock, and I'd predicted it, that he was going to win re-election. It shouldn't, to the Georgia Senate seat. It shouldn't even have been close. And that just tells you that a large part of the public will vote for a ham sandwich as long as there's an R after its name. And Herschel Walker was little brighter than a ham sandwich. And anyway, that's pretty pathetic. The Republicans were hoping to throw somebody out there that had a little bit of name recognition, and it didn't work. Like they did with old Oz, too, and that didn't work. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I gotta get to bed.